Hi there, I'm Surang from English Wind, and today it is total immersion. This is on our way to Balanguda, and this is Ambelipiti, and I'm going towards Chandrika Baba, beautiful Chandrika Baba. I have done few videos here. Yeah. Say today my topic is reptilian brain, or so we call it lizard brain. It's a very beautiful thing, a nice thing. This is about evolution, that is pariname, evolution. Why we show why we are frightened to do different things. People basically, for example, if you are asked to deliver a speech or talk about something in presence of other people, you would not like it. Why is that? So, at home you would do that perfectly when you are with your family members. But when you go to a big crowd, you won't be able to talk about things. You do not like that. Why is that? What is the reason behind that? The reason behind that is basically the reptilian brain or lizard brain. What is the lizard brain? What is lizard? Lizards, you know, the katusa, lizard brain, lizard's brain. Yeah, I'm going to tell you the story. So, as scientists believe, we are in evolution. It is happening even now. Not finished something. The process is not a finished process. It is happening now, evolution. And say, first very tiny organism came to this world, and then gradually you can see the beautiful Chandrika Baba. So yeah, I think this place is good to do my job. Yeah. So then there are very fine organisms, just like protozoans, that is amoeba and things like that. Then there are coelentrates, that is hydra, jellyfish and other guys. And there are some animals, finally, annelids, that is, say, earthworm, gadavilla and guys. And so thereafter arthropods and mollusks, that is, snails and cockroaches and organisms. Then finally vertebrates, that is, vertebrates are people, guys having a backbone, pitakondak tiyena kattiya. And then at the end the evolution of vertebrates came to mammal. But they came through a sort of series. First fish, and then amphibian. Amphibian is say gemba and other veggie organisms, and thereafter the reptiles. Amphibians were both in water and land. On land, you know that amphibians. Amphi means double. Amphi double. Ambidexter the pitakatua. Ambidexter, why? Amphi. That is double. So first the fish, and then the amphibian, that is gemba and like that. And then really vertebrates, that is having a backbone, well adapted animals were reptilians, urageo. They were well adapted to the land environment. Clear? Well adapted for many reasons. I am not going to teach you a zoology lesson here. I can do that, but I'm not going to do. So they are well adapted, but there were sort of threats. So organisms basically do two things prominently, mainly. That is reproduction and survival. Reproduction is making new individuals of the same brand, same species. We make kids, that is human kids, and dogs make puppies, something like that. They do their sort of their kind. So we are designed to do two things, that is reproduction and survival. We reproduce and make new organisms, make new things, and then we survive. We survive means that we live happily or whatever. So then we don't want other things. To survive, we have to think about everything, the threats and everything. If something is a threat, if something is not normal, we don't like it. So reptiles, that is Katusa and other organisms, they had that part in their brain, in brainstem, I think, as far as I remember, in brain, at one part of reptilians, there is something, there is a part, there is a feature, there is a mod, whatever we call it. So they try their best to survive. When a danger appears, when a danger comes, they run away. You know that Katusa and all the organisms. So if you go near, they would run, basically, Katusa. You know that. Talagoya, everybody lizard type organisms, they try to hide themselves in places when they feel that there is a threat. So that part remains in mammalian brain, that tiny part. Still we have that. So therefore we don't like new situations. We don't like sort of unfamiliar situations. If something is familiar, we are quite comfortable. If something is not familiar, we don't like it. We try to avoid that. So that is the reason why we don't want to, we try to save our lives to survive. All these things happen. I give you a very nice example. You just think about I place a plank of wood on the ground. And I walk on it nicely. When I walk on it, it's very easy. I'm not thinking, I can sing while walking along this plank. Why? I'm not threatened. Nobody is threatening me. Nobody is doing bad things. I mean, so that I cannot live here. So therefore, it's quite comfortable. But if somebody elevates that level, goes up. If it is 6 feet, I would do that. 10 feet, I would do that. But if somebody takes that to 50 feet, I won't be able to walk on that. Do you understand what I say? Circus people, they would do that. I won't be able to. Why? The same structure, the same width, but I won't be able to walk on it if it is in air. Oh, why? It's the same thing, no difference. Why? I want to survive. The reptilian brain says that you have a reptilian brain. Reptile's brain remains in our brain. That part can be seen in our brain, as psychologists say. We have a reptilian brain, Katusu brain. One part of our brain is the Katusu brain, reptilian brain. So then, it always warns us, oh, don't do that, you will die. Whatever we are going to do, if it is not familiar, reptilian brain warns us, gives us a signal, Machang, don't do that, if you do that, you will die. So then we don't want to do that. The same thing with all the other things. Not we are dying. We have been designed to reproduce and survive. If somebody wants you to make a speech, you think that is not natural. I don't like. Reptilian brain would say, no, you don't want to do that because that is not a natural thing. So you won't be able to do that. You have to survive. You have to survive. So that is the thing. Always the reptilian brain somehow try to prevent us from doing all these things. Therefore, we should understand that it is reptilian brain. Learning English has the same thing. It is reptilian brain prevents us from speaking. It is reptilian brain preventing us going to places where Suddo is, where people speak English language. So then you should think about that. Then I say the thing is actually, as Robin Sharma, I can't remember, as Robin Sharma says this in a nice, elegant way. He says now, all these habits remain. They are very old habits, a very old form of, an old mode of life. But it remains. But we have forgotten we are not in savannas. We are not yet in savannas. Not in Vanantare. So therefore no threat. We are living in houses. We have oases and everything. We are quite comfortable. Nobody is going to harm us. But still, we have that brain warning us. So you have to remember, this is the era of supermarkets and everything. We don't want to hunt. If you are a hunter, then that will be quite okay. If you become really frightened of doing things. But now we are in a sort of a modern age. And nobody is threatening us. Nothing will happen to you if you open your mouth to speak few words in English. But you don't like it. Why? Reptilian brain. Do you understand what I say? It is reptilian brain. So therefore the reptile controls you. The lizard controls you. Katusa is controlling you. Katusa thinks that you are a Vedda. You are a sort of savage people that is living in savannas, living in forests. But we are not so. We have changed. But brain has not changed. Brain has not changed. The part of that brain has not changed. So always they warn us. Therefore, you have to think that as somebody, if you are, whatever you are going to do, that is why people do not progress in their lives. Whether they are doing, and then that is it. So therefore, bitere තම්බන්ඩ ස්විච් එක දාලා ගෑස් කුකර් එකේ රත් වෙගෙන එනකොට ඕෆ් කරොත් විතරේ තම්බෙන්නේ නැහැ. You have to continue that. So therefore we have to understand first what the process is. If you want to speak English language, you have to associate, you have to be surrounded by English continuously, not today, not tomorrow, not day after tomorrow, continuously every day. If you are not ready to, if you are not prepared to be with English every day, then you won't be able to do that. So if English comes to you every day in some form, then you become successful in speaking or whatever. So therefore, what you have to learn is, you don't like doing new things, you don't like speaking, you don't like writing, you don't like the English. You like English, that is why you are trying to learn it. But somebody prevents you doing what is needed. That is reptilian brain. So therefore, not for learning English, examinations or whatever you do, your business and everything, somebody, inner voice says, no, you can't do that. It is difficult for you. So don't do that. Stop doing that. For example, you just think like that. I'm doing YouTube videos. And very first thing is that I did YouTube videos. Nobody watched my YouTube videos. And then, but I watched videos of Robin Sharma, Mel Robbins, Shiv Khera, and sort of guys, Jim Rohn, and sort of people. And then they instructed me, not me, I'm into the world. that there is something called reptilian brain. This is the way that things are operated. So then I believed them. I believed in the theories that they were preaching. And that is the reason why I continued my thing. Some people said, Modea, Burua, Gona. I'll show you. Some people, Gona. කතන්දර කියන්නේ ඕවා අහලා ඇති වෙලා අපට පිස්සු අටක් පිස්සු නවත්තන්න ඕවා. The people said, I did not, I can, prevent them coming, the comments and everything. But I allowed them to say anything, and I showed other people that people are always, sometimes, some people, naysayers, that they talk about all these things. So, if I had not listened to Robin Sharma, Mel Robbins, Shiv Khera, and sort of people, Jim Rohn, and sort of people and their lectures, that is because of English. I learned English and I was able to listen to them because of my English. So that is why English is really important. Not some people think that English is just to show off. English is just to show other people that we can speak English. No, that is not the purpose of language. Using language, you can learn a lot. Therefore, please. So that I did not stop. As I was talking about, I did not stop. I continued. Now I have, I think, 13,000 subscribers nearly, and I was going in a very different way. My method is completely different. Different means I was always not thinking what traditionally people do. I was going to great linguists. There is, say, Stephen Krashen, David Kressel, and sort of people. And what they are talking about, learning languages, how languages shape, how languages are changing, and sort of things. So I realized the way that works. So that is what I am doing now. And I want you to think about always reptilian, whatever you do, your job, your business, your competitions, or whatever, always inner voice says that you cannot do that. If you break the barrier, if you break that voice, if you try to make the voice, that guy silent, the Katusa, what we have to say is, Katusa, shut up Katusa, shut up Katusa. I don't want to listen to, I know that you are, so, I mean, say, no, Suranga, no, it is useless. There are millions and trillions of viewers. If you post videos, the same thing happens to you. Now your first video, they did not watch it. You did 10, 15 videos, nobody is watching that. Same thing happens to you. Don't do that. Don't waste time. Reptilian brain, I mean, the Katusa says. I said, no, Katusa, stop talking. I don't want to listen to you. I'm not listening to you. So I'll do that. I'm quite sure if my theory, what I'm doing is really a good thing. Someday I will see some light, green light. Yeah, it happened. Now people are coming after me for sort of advice, and I'm really happy for what I have done. So therefore, think about the reptilian brain, and you just go to YouTube and try to find articles or videos on reptilian brain and the same thing, reptilian brain and lizard brain. You will understand perfectly what I'm talking about. Okay, then if you like this video, please subscribe and give us a like, and yeah, share, and most importantly, comment. And yeah, that is it. So bye for now.